Louisiana is facing a land loss crisis. Over the last 100 years, the state has lost more than 2,000 square miles of wetlands, more land than the entire state of Delaware. Factors like subsidence, stronger hurricanes, and accelerated sea level rise mean even more land will be lost in the coming decades, contributing to billions of dollars in expected annual damages from surge-based flooding. The 2023 Coastal Master Plan is Louisiana's guide for adapting to this changing environment. It recommends 77 projects to sustain Louisiana's coast. These fall into two main categories: risk reduction projects and restoration projects. Risk reduction projects include two types: structural and non-structural. Structural risk reduction projects are designed to keep water out of communities. They include levees, flood walls, and floodgates. The 2023 Coastal Master Plan proposes 360 miles of structural risk reduction projects across the coast. In some areas, non-structural risk reduction measures may be more appropriate. These efforts involve floodproofing or elevating homes and businesses to keep water out. In some cases, they may also involve helping those who want to move out of a high-risk area. Non-structural risk reduction projects are voluntary and designed to support residents facing difficult decisions about how and where they want to live. Unlike risk reduction projects, restoration projects are primarily designed to accomplish environmental goals. One restoration approach is to create new wetlands using sediment dredged from nearby sources, like the Mississippi River or offshore. The sediment is built up to create new land, which is then planted with native vegetation. Another restoration approach is to unlock the flows of water and sediment that built the coast in the first place. This approach uses diversions to recreate historic hydrologic patterns, providing continuous supplies of sediment that will build and sustain new wetlands over decades. These restoration projects are some of the largest ever undertaken, marking Louisiana's role as a global leader in coastal planning and engineering. CPRA also supports smaller-scale programmatic restoration projects. These include bank stabilization, oyster reef restoration, and barrier island maintenance. The projects in the 2023 Coastal Master Plan will be effective on their own, but they are also designed to work together as a system. They complement one another, as well as projects that have already been implemented to create a resilient coast with multiple lines of defense. In the lower scenario, these projects will avoid 314 square miles of land loss and reduce flood depths by more than 9 feet in some areas. In the higher scenario, faster rates of sea level rise and subsidence make individual project effects much clearer in some areas of the coast. Under these conditions, 233 square miles of land loss are avoided. While more land is lost in this scenario, the projects would still provide more than 9 feet of flood depth reduction in some areas. No matter the scenario, restoration and risk reduction projects in the 2023 Coastal Master Plan will work together to avoid billions of dollars in expected annual damages and protect thousands of homes and businesses across the coast. This holistic approach is at the core of CPRA's mission to protect and restore the Louisiana coast for future generations. To learn more about CPRA and the 2023 Coastal Master Plan, visit coastal.la.gov.